Now we're going to write fractions as decimals. We have done decimals as fractions and reduced to lowest terms. I believe that was our first lesson in this unit on decimals, but now we're going to go the other way. All we really have to remember is that a fraction line means divide, and you always divide the numerator by the denominator. So if you had numerator over denominator, and you were doing it on a calculator, you would have numerator divided by denominator. I'm going to abbreviate that. If you're doing it on your piece of paper, it is the numerator on the inside and the denominator on the outside. So it depends really on how you're doing it, which number you either type in first or write down first. Let's look at some. I'm going to keep my calculator very close. Write the fraction as a decimal. If I have 1/2, then that is 1 divided by 2, and that should give me 0.5. So that is 0.5. 1/2 is the same as 5/10. All right, the next one, I have 17 over 5, which is 17 divided by 5. Now this is an improper fraction. That means it's going to give me a mixed number. So if I have 17 divided by 5, I'm going to get 3.4. So my answer is 3.4. Okay, that's the decimal. The next one is a multiple choice question. The reason being, when we do our division, I think we're going to get a repeating. So if I do this, if I have 11 divided by 12, now I'm going to write down as much as I can of what I see on my calculator. I see 0.9166666. Now my calculator puts a 7 there. It just depends on your calculator whether the last digit will be rounded or not rounded. So this will depend on your calculator. Now, what is the right way to write that answer? Well, it is 0.91, and then we see a repetition of the 6's and a rounded 7 down here in my calculator. The 6 repeats. To indicate that, we put a bar, and the bar is just over the 6. So this is incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. The bar goes only over the digit that repeats. All right, number 4. 5 divided by 8 gives me 0.625. You will find that if you're changing a simplified fraction into a decimal, excuse me, if the denominator has any factors other than 2's or 5's, then it will repeat. But if made up of just 2's and 5's, then it will stop, or what we call terminate. Up here, 12. 12 is made up of, you've got some 2's and some 2's or maybe a 4, but you've got a factor of 3 in there. That's causing it to repeat. All right, 3/4. 3 divided by 4 is going to give you 0.75. All right, next one, 23 over 80. All right, I'm grabbing my calculator. 23 divided by 80. And that gives me 0.2875. It terminated, because if you looked at the prime factorization of 80, you would find it is made up of 2's and 5's. So if it's made up of anything besides 2's and 5's as prime factors, it will repeat. If it's made up of exclusively 2's and 5's as prime factors, it will terminate.